2, 3. Initial sample handling. The collected ejaculate should without unnecessary delay be allowed to liquefy, preferably in an incubator at 37 degrees Celsius and, if possible, on an orbital mixing platform, to facilitate the liquefaction and mixing of the specimen. The time between collection and the start of the ejaculate examination should be recorded at the start of macroscopic evaluation and presented in the final report. Preferably, assessment should start within 30 minutes after collection, and no more than 60 minutes after collection. Prolonged in vitro exposure to the liquefied ejaculate fluid will affect qualities such as motility and morphology. Ejaculates may contain dangerous infectious agents, for example human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, hepatitis viruses or herpes simplex virus, and should therefore be handled as a biohazard. Safety guidelines as outlined in section 8.2 on page 214 should be strictly followed. Good laboratory practice is fundamental to laboratory safety. 48. 2.4 Examination and post-examination procedures. Shade 8. 2, 4. Examination and post-examination procedures. 2, 4. 1. Assessment of ejaculate volume. Precise measurement of volume is essential in any evaluation of ejaculate because it gives information on the secretory functions of the auxiliary sex glands. A reliable ejaculate volume assessment is also necessary for the calculation of the total number of spermatozoa, the total number of non-sperm cells in the ejaculate, and the total amount of biochemical markers. 2, 4. 1. Volume by weight. The volume is best measured by weighing the sample in the container in which it is being collected. This can preferably be done at reception of the ejaculation container before incubation for liquefaction. Other methods introduce greater inaccuracy. 1. Use a pre-weighed container for collection of the ejaculate, with the weight noted on the container and lid. Empty specimen containers commonly have different weights, so each container with lid should be individually pre-weighed. The weight should be recorded on the container and its lid with a permanent marker pen before it is given to the patient. If labels are used, for example, for identity markers, their weight should be included in the empty weight. Sterile containers should not, and do not, require opening for this. 2. Weigh the vessel with the ejaculate in it. 3. Subtract the weight of the empty container. 4. Calculate the volume from the sample weight, assuming the density of semen to be 1 gram/milliliters. Semen density has been reported to vary between 1.03 and 1.04 grams/milliliters. 49. 1.00 and 1.01 grams/milliliters. 50. And an average of 1.01 grams/milliliters. 51. 1. Use a pre-weighed container for collection of the ejaculate, with the weight noted on the container and lid. Empty specimen containers commonly have different weights, so each container with lid should be individually pre-weighed. The weight should be recorded on the container and its lid with a permanent marker pen before it is given to the patient. If labels are used, for example, for identity markers, their weight should be included in the empty weight. Sterile containers should not, and do not, require opening for this. 2. Weigh the vessel with the ejaculate in it. 3. Subtract the weight of the empty container. 4. Calculate the volume from the sample weight, assuming the density of semen to be 1 gram/milliliters. Semen density has been reported to vary between 1.03 and 1.04 grams/milliliters. 49. 1.00 and 1.01 grams/milliliters. 50. And an average of 1.01 grams/milliliters. 51. 2. 4. 2. Macroscopic evaluation. Macroscopic evaluation comprises a number of important observations that may not be possible to assess in an exact numerical value, and thereby controlled by traditional quantitative methods, but can still be of great clinical importance. 2, 4, 2, 1. Macroscopic appearance of the ejaculate. A normal liquefied ejaculate has a microscopically homogeneous, cream/gray opalescent appearance. It may appear less opaque if the sperm concentration is very low. The color may also be different. That is slightly yellowish after longer abstinence times. Red-brown when red blood cells are present, hemospermia. Or clear yellow in a patient with jaundice or taking certain vitamins or drugs. If the ejaculate appears viscous, totally clear and colorless, then this may be pre-ejaculate from only the Cowper's glands, which men produce in varying quantity during arousal. In this scenario, this should be discussed with the patient to establish whether an orgasm-associated ejaculation occurred. 2, 4, 2, 2 liquefaction. 2, 4, 2, 2. Liquefaction immediately after ejaculation into the collection vessel. The ejaculate is typically a semi-solid coagulated mass or a gel-like clump. Usually the ejaculate begins to liquefy, become thinner, within a few minutes at room temperature, at which time a heterogeneous mixture of semi-solid lumps will be seen in the fluid. As liquefaction continues, the ejaculate becomes more homogeneous and more watery, but still with higher viscosity than water. In the final stages of liquefaction, only small areas of coagulation remain. A temperature of 37 degrees Celsius will facilitate liquefaction. Also, a slow, swirling movement of the sample container will help liquefaction to complete. If a moving tray orbital mixer is not used during the liquefaction, it is essential that the container is slowly swirled for 15 to 30 seconds before starting the microscopic assessment of liquefaction.